This is our first Q&A on YouTube. We ask questions on our Instagram story and we're about to answer all of them regarding our trip to Manchester.
Yeah, let's get started. Can you just explain the process of how it all went down? Also, love you guys. Thank you for sending your love back.
So,
off you go.
I was sitting on the toilet and I received a message on Instagram on my personal account from Man City. The message read, "Hi Miguel, we have seen your Manchester Derby Instagram account and we would love to have a surprise for Ashley." And I was like, they know our names. They want a surprise wifey. This is crazy.
Yeah, they were like, can you help us with it?
Yeah, it started with a DM and then I reached out to them via email. We set up a Zoom call, so we spoke. I saw them speaking with the training grounds behind them. I was like, this is legit. It sounds bad, but we did this all in secret, trying to organize everything. Man City, thank you guys. They covered everything for us. All just happened very quickly. Crazy stuff.
Miguel, how was your reaction when you saw the message from Man City official page?
I was shaking and I was like, no ways.
I'm
no
sure you
ways.
were like, I'm being catfished. But then when you see that verified,
I was like, why did they slide into my DMs? Man City, what is this? No, I was shocked. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. The fact that happened was insane.
Did you guys have to do anything visa-wise or no visa required? I'm not saying the last part. Since hubby is a Portuguese citizen.
Fortunately, I didn't have to get a visa.
Yes,
he did have to
on the other hand, had to get one. I just have a South African passport. Even though we're married, that is something
we had to get a priority visa to get it done because it was such short notice.
Miguel, why did you have to wait 3 weeks to give Ashley the news?
We had to make sure everything could be done in time because it would have been
really
quite harsh to say, listen, you're going, but then we can't sort out visas or flights or anything like that. So we made sure about all of that first before telling wifey.
Ashley, how did your boss take the news? My boss is awesome. He always wants us to live our best life, which was great for me because I got to do that.
Yeah, I actually phoned him before telling wifey so that he
made sure it was okay first. So everything was fine. Which players were you most excited to see play? Bernardo Silva, Haaland, crazy stuff.
For me, it was Vinny. I was so excited to watch Vinny, so excited to watch Benzema, Modric, those three. When I saw them just warming up, I was freaking out.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, I was so keen to see them. But obviously, Bernardo Silva, also love him, and Haaland, it was great to watch.
It was fascinating because while we're watching, you actually pick up on how good some players actually are that maybe you doubted, like Kyle Walker, for example, in that game. I was like, what the hell? Honestly, the whole team, I was like, this is fantastic.
Unreal.
How did you guys end up going to Old Trafford? It was a city trip, or did United also ask? We had some free time and they knew already that he was going to want to do that.
So they did leave us time
to go and do that. We had to go by Old Trafford. Ashley, what was your favorite part of going to the Etihad? Still super happy for you. Thank you so much. The dressing room for me was so cool. It's in this half circle situation. The names are there and you can just imagine the players in there and the vibes. And also when you got to walk through the tunnel, they put sound on. So you feel like a player. I was cool. This is so cool. Going to the store was incredible because I've never seen so many Man City things.
Because people don't buy it here in South Africa. There's hardly anything here, to be fair.
I feel like that's kind of an insult somewhere, but
so you actually
it was really
no, but the store was
the entire experience. It was just surreal. Wishing you get an invite to Old Trafford next season for a match, Miguel.
With that being said, Manchester United, if you're watching this video right now, I will send you all of my wife's details so you can slide into her DMs and give me a surprise. That sounds perfect, don't you think? That would be...
They won't do it. They should, because it would be fantastic.
I'm kidding. I have no expectations of that happening, but that would be insane.
Watching a match there would be...
Still on my bucket list, so we'll make it happen.
Does it feel different watching City now, knowing you've seen them in person? 100%. Even when you see the Etihad, I was like, oh, we were there. We sat there. I saw this person. Because then you think back to that experience and you still can't really...
And you feel...
accept that happened.
You feel more part of the team.
Yes.
Even though Madrid lost, I feel more connected to Real Madrid. Well,
because you went through the pain.
Yeah.
And to realize they're just another person, but it's people you've looked up to or you've watched. Were you jealous of how your wife looked at Grealish? This is a very important question to answer.
I was fuming. I was so upset.
He threw the wedding ring back at me.
I did. No, jokes aside, we have a very open understanding about that kind of stuff.
We're very secure, and that's very strange for a lot of people. I've been getting a lot of interesting comments on our relationship and that particular video, which was honestly just for shits and giggles.
If wifey finds someone attractive, I mean, you can't deny if someone's attractive.
And if hubby finds someone attractive, that's cool. We have this understanding.
Honestly, I was 0% jealous at all.
So guys, he's not hurt or heartbroken.
It was actually really cute for me to see her love eyes. And that's not even
that was just infatuation eyes, shall we say.
All right.
My question is for Ashley. If you ever get a chance to talk to Jack Grealish, what would you talk about?
Oh my god. Oh
no,
my god.
you see,
Oh my god.
what a good question, guys. I don't even think I'd be able to fathom words. I'd really have to get my shit together. No, I would breathe.
No, you wouldn't.
I would just have to get my shit together.
I've seen you meet people that aren't even that famous and you freak out.
Don't misunderstand me. It's incredibly weird when you see someone like on TV or whatever it is, and then suddenly you see them in person. It's just like, but you.
I don't think you'd know what to say.
I don't think I'd know.
You would let him
I'd be
lead
like,
the conversation.
Jackie boy. I certainly wouldn't be like, Grealish. I couldn't even remember that when I saw him walk past. I know that was the perfect opportunity. A lot of people have told me. But guys, when I tell you, all the words left my brain. They just poof, gone. So
that's understandable.
I have no idea. A question for Mr. Miguel. When will you become a citizen just like your wife?
Never. Next question. It's not happening. Let me not waste your time. Swipe.
This one is for your wife. How did it feel to do the Poznan dance with the crowd in the stadium? That was one of my favorite experiences because I didn't think that would happen. Doing it, I was like, I'm so in this. We are so jumping right now.
That was a goosebumps moment.
It's crazy.
Did I do it? Hell no. But I recorded it, and I'm sorry I didn't get you on video doing it because I was just like
in awe of everyone
else. This is crazy.
My question is for Miguel. What is the most interesting thing in Man City that made you say, I want this to be in Man United?
So we also got to see the training facilities. If you're part of the academy at City, you just go over a bridge and you at the Etihad pretty much. So you can see the journey of making it to the first team. We didn't get a chance to go to Carrington, but from what I heard is that it is quite far away from Old Trafford in comparison to City. So I would personally, if there was something I could change about United, is to have things closer together, have more of a connection between the training from academy all the way to the first team and from the grounds of the academy to Old Trafford.
How was it to visit Old Trafford? It's always been a dream of mine.
It was a dream come true. Just to walk into that stadium, to feel the amount of history, the players that have walked into that stadium, the crazy moments that have happened, it was honestly a dream come true. So if anyone can ever experience that, please, you have to experience it.
Which stadium... I'm reading the way they've asked this. This isn't necessarily what I think. Which stadium is cooler between the Etihad and Gold Trafford? I think we're going to have different answers, to be honest.
It's difficult because we watched a game at the Etihad and we didn't watch a game at Old Trafford.
No, but regardless, like going to the Etihad for me as a City fan, it will feel differently to you going to Old Trafford. Like I can acknowledge Old Trafford is cool, like, oh, cool, nice. But like, for example...
But you don't feel at home there.
No, and also your bloody team viewer thing.
That was a bit disappointing for me. The front of the stadium, it's not traditionally how it normally looks. That was the only thing I didn't like.
It was a bit disappointing to see that.
Otherwise, it was a dream come true. So for me, I say Old Trafford was magic.
The Etihad, hands down. How much did it cost you in total in rands for you to go to Manchester, do the stadium tours and match?
The trip itself, fortunately, was covered. So flights, hotel, stadium tour was covered. The game. Etihad. The game was covered. Got discounts at the store. In terms of your side,
they took care of us. It was unreal.
For Old Trafford to do the tour, it was £27 each. So that is almost 600 rand per person. But when in Manchester, you gotta do the tour.
And you actually can't convert when you're there, because if you're there and you're busy converting, you'll realize just how much you're paying for like a cappuccino or something, and it will drive you crazy.
In terms of the actual merch and stuff we got at the store, it's pretty much exactly the same as what you would pay for like a shirt here in South Africa or any kind of merchandise.
Did you get to meet any of the assistant coaches or any of the players while you was on the tour? Unfortunately not. The closest we got was when you guys saw where we were standing with the blue carpet experience.
The players coming off the bus.
Yeah, when they came off the bus and stuff like that. If you think about it, it was really high pressure already for them. Like having meet and greets during that time, I would imagine isn't really something they were able to do.
At an after party where a lot of the coaches were. We didn't get to speak to any of them, but we did.
But they were there.
And they had just come from the change room with the players, so they were very happy, as you can imagine. But yeah, we didn't get to actually personally meet or speak to any players.
But one day,
one day it will happen.
I want Happy to answer this honestly. How was the Etihad atmosphere?
Honestly, I got goosebumps. Not because I'm a City fan, but because the atmosphere was mad. If you were there that night, maybe it was the occasion because it was a semi-final. I don't know if it's like that every game, but it was incredible. I have to say, I have to admit, no denying that.
That's a win. What did you think of the food in Manchester? Guys, we had curry on chips.
Curry sauce on chips at the stadium.
Which was pretty damn good.
Mancunian thing.
Yeah. No, that was really nice. And the thing with the curry though, it wasn't spicy like in South Africa. If you say curry, there's a certain level of spiciness that you would associate with that, which wasn't the case there, which was fantastic for me who doesn't eat spicy food.
See, I would have added some.
It was just really damn tasty.
We went out, we had a pizza.
There were these gooey, it sounds weird, but these gooey cookies. They They're big, like this.
Those cookies
And it's like soft inside.
were
and you like,
delicious.
but they're big. Like you eat a whole one and you feel like it was a
Those
meal.
were some good cookies.
No, that was really good. What did you think of England? You must visit London next time.
We were incredibly lucky with the weather. Both times we've been to England. We were in London last year, and it was just before that heat wave. So we got clear blue skies pretty much every day.
It rained once
We
in
got
2 weeks.
sunburns in London,
London.
which people don't really get to
crazy.
say. And
But we'd love to go back.
but we'd love to go back.
Especially now, like, it'd be really cool if we got to go and visit different stadiums. Just as football fans, to just appreciate, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that would be pretty cool. Describe the pain you felt seeing City win, Miguel, for 5 marks.
Seeing them beat a team I love, Real Madrid, 4-0, while I'm sitting with City fans, unable to react. It was difficult, but I was fueling my energy towards Wifey's excitement. So I was recording her. It was her moment. Wanted this to be special for her. It was disappointing to see the result and to see Madrid get hammered like that. The result was incredibly disappointing, but they warmed up right in front of us. That was the best part. I love that. I love that.
They didn't do anything else for you. Something at your rival stadium tour which made you go, wow. Probably the amount of trophies.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because I was like, why the fuck are there so many? Like, there were a
lot
lot.
of
I was
trophies.
like, what is going on? Obviously, a lot of them are from like yonks ago. And honestly, their whole like treble thing that they have set up there, obviously pretty impressive.
For me, was the training facilities. When I saw how the academy trains and how the kids train, they are on a level.
Stuff. Miguel, how did it feel seeing our trophy cabinet with a Man City fan next to you?
It was beautiful. It was so beautiful because I was like, see those European trophies? It was really great.
Should have asked how many are recent.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter. It was
I needed
beautiful.
a banter moment there. How did you feel about 4-0? So that was freaking fantastic. I lost my bloody mind, as some of you might have seen, because who the hell would predict 4-0 against Real Madrid in the semi-final of a Champions League?
After the first leg being 1-1, you would expect a tight game at the Etihad.
But
it was crazy.
it was the best.
I'm sure
result.
you guys felt the exact same. You couldn't believe that that's what you were watching.
Will you guys watch the FA Cup final at Wembley?
We would love to.
We would love to. Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately not.
Because we're here in SA and the whole cost thing is still an issue. The only reason we were able to go is because
we were
Man
invited,
City.
of course.
That is something that we would absolutely have loved to do, but we're going to watch it from here and we're going to have our little derby.
Yes.
And it's still going to be exciting when
Still
City
gonna be
beat
great when we lose.
United. Still very excited for
No
that game.
treble for you.
Any tips if you're going first time to watch a live game in a stadium, what to bring with you?
Depending on the weather, bring a jacket just in case. If it's going to rain, maybe have
We
a
can
rain
tell you what
rain
not to
jacket.
bring. Don't bring your deodorant. They made me throw mine away.
Or like water, or like
Water,
other
yeah.
drinks. You have to finish it before you enter the stadium.
Same with food, because like if you've ordered something outside before going into the stadium, you got to eat that first.
So
Make sure you go to the bathroom before
go
the
to
game.
the toilet before.
Give yourself enough time
Eat
before
something
the game.
before so that you can fully enjoy the experience. Because at halftime, also everyone's going to get stuff to eat and going to the toilet. So you want to avoid having to be stuck in lines and then maybe you miss the beginning of the second half. You don't want to do that. Prepare yourself.
Yeah. How did you feel sitting in the Etihad as a die-hard United supporter?
Felt attacked. Because you know what was
He went incognito though.
Yeah,
because he
you know
had
what was
to.
the worst was when the goals went in and everyone was jumping and celebrating and I'm kind of just like standing there. Are people gonna know that I'm not a City fan? Are they going to feel offended? I don't know. So it was a bit strange, but you do get kind of caught up in the atmosphere.
Yeah. And when everyone's going like,
Yeah. But
you're
listen,
kind of conscious.
I couldn't even wear anything from United or Madrid. Like there was someone with a United flag outside the stadium and security took it from them. It's just the way it works in stadiums is
because you don't want to incite violence. Some
Yeah.
people might like really, want to like throw a punch or
so
something.
the only thing you could see from the stadium is Man City and then the small corner of 900 Real Madrid fans wearing Madrid. So it was rough. I'm not gonna lie. It was intimidating.
Did Miguel feel a tiny part of him rooting for City, sitting with City fans must have felt confusing?
Like the previous answer, it was weird and quite confusing, but seeing Wifey so happy, it did give me some joy when City scored. It would have been disappointing for her to be flown out there just for City to lose and to see her disappointed and stuff.
So they went ahead and scored 4 goals.
Was us wanting City to win? No. Was
Don't
I happy with the result?
misunderstand.
No. So it was very confusing because I was happy for Wifey, but not for City. Does that make sense?
Did you guys meet any Man City staff? So we met the marketing team, who were the people that essentially planned all of this, and they were fantastic. We're very big on energies, so the energy of the City staff was just it just worked, guys. I just felt comfortable. Even you, they obviously knew he was a United fan. They've seen our page and stuff, so a lot of jokes, a lot of banter.
Really, really incredible. I can only speak highly of every single person
that we met
representing Man City. As a United fan, respect to you guys because you treated us incredibly, and I am so grateful for that experience.
Since you took the stadium and dressing room tour, would like to know the difference between both clubs.
Man City are definitely more modern. United, you can feel the history. Like, to me, it was beautiful. I understand why people don't want to change it, because when you walk in there, you feel like you're going in the past almost a little bit. It's hard to
it's very nostalgic, but there are a lot of differences as well. Even the way the dressing rooms are set up, yours is in the
United
square
dressing
with
room
the red
is
lights
beautiful.
And stuff. City's that half circle, and it's just like a unit.
The United one is
really cool.
more intimidating, that dressing room. The City one is a lot more like unified.
We got it, guys. We in this together kind of vibe.
I get that.
So
generally, I mean, the pitches were both impeccable. The stadium itself, both were incredible.
The one difference is that at the Etihad, there are screens, so you can watch replays, for example, or have the score is up the whole time. Whereas at United, they don't have that.
They do have a scoreboard. Just
they have a scoreboard,
screen.
but you don't have. Like you can't. You can only watch by watching the pitch.
I would like a screen because it's nice to watch. Like after the City goals, if you didn't see something properly, you see the replays in the stadium.
And that was so cool.
Which was really
and then
cool.
You re-experience it basically. What was the absolute favorite part of your trip to Manchester for each of you? The game, everything around the game, the entire experience, the entire 72 hours for me was just unreal. Anything with Etihad.
The two things were seeing the players so close, the City
and
players,
the stadiums,
and then also seeing Real Madrid right there for me was so special. But the game,
that for me was my favorite. Was the performance from City during the game, because I've never seen them that on it. They blew me away good times. How does it feel like to really see the players live? There's no words, guys. There's no words.
Honestly, I love football. I wanted to be a footballer. But when you watch them play live, you can actually see a very clear difference between a professional and someone who just loves and plays football. They are elite. We shout at them because they make these mistakes, but you don't understand how much they're doing right in the game that goes unappreciated. They are phenomenal. I just have so much more respect for professional footballers.
Yeah. You've traveled to Manchester, visited Etihad and Old Trafford. Is it the pinnacle of your project or no?
This is just the beginning.
We're just getting started. The fact we were able to do that so soon into our page is still something that we are incredibly grateful for. It was literally one of the biggest dreams. So the fact that we were able to do that, I could not be more grateful. But there's still so much more that we want to do. Want to go watch a Champions League final, meet the players. There's a lot more.
Collabs with players, you know. We didn't think that this would be something we would be spending so much of our energy on, but it's now become something that we want to spend our energy on, and we thank you for being a part of that journey. So this is just the beginning.
That brings us to the end of our first Q&A. If you guys want to be part of it, please check out our Instagram. Keep an eye out on our story for when we do this again.
If you're still watching and you went through this long video to listen to all our questions, we thank you and we appreciate you.
You can drop a blue heart emoji in the comments below. Go! If
you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and we'll be back for more content soon.